Hey, what is up guys? So we got a pretty awesome replay of me straight up sacking Proj over here, and this is on the new Salvation server. It's another YGO Pro server slash game, but I don't really recommend it. It's very buggy and it has a lot of problems as of right now. In the future they can fix all these bugs and it's cool, but this is the only server that actually has the new Yu-Gi-Oh cards that are technically unreleased yet. It's got the new XYZ, and it's got the new trap card, which is absolutely amazing. So I'm gonna play the video really quick. You just saw I just drew a bunch of cards. I just drew a bunch of cards for free right there. Absolutely amazing. Proj is playing a deck that apparently makes the new Odd-Eyes Rebellion Dragon pretty quick. I didn't really understand the point of his archetype, which is like they're basically dragons with like shields and swords. So I think it'll be kind of like a fan favorite deck, but at the moment I don't think anything can really compare with Abe Knights. That is the deck that is just absolutely crazy. But this card has a pretty good effect. It's once per turn, target a face-up pendulum monster or one card in your pendulum zone, destroy it, and if you do, shuffle one card on the field to the deck. So once per turn you can bounce back something for free because your pendulums, they're expendable. You get them for free every turn. So very good stuff. And I'm using one of the new Lightsworn traps right here, which is called Judgment of the Lightsworn. If it's sent from the deck to the graveyard by a Lightsworn monster's effect, you can just add Judgment Dragon from your deck to your hand. Absolutely crazy. You can see he keeps on bouncing back my stuff, and I'm at 6 cards here. I'm like, guys, I can't win. And I Top Dog Monster Incarnation. I'm like, heck yeah. And there's actually a really pro play that I'm doing right here. I'll kind of explain it later on when we break it down. I'll break everything down after we go through the replay. This way, some of the players that understand what's going on, they can kind of see the sackage going on here. Because everyone was getting so hyped up in the stream here, because it's absolutely crazy. But I have the electromagnetic turtle, so not going to be taking any damage today. And then we're going to go ahead. And actually, this card has extra 50 attack, but you know, it's fine. We don't really need it. And then we actually game him right here. But yeah, the new Lightsworn thing is really crazy. I actually have a few replays to share with you guys. But anyways, I want to actually break it down and show you guys the two new cards that we're using. I'll explain the pro play that we did. Alright, so here actually is the first time that I'm making the Light Lord Saint Monero. This card is really cool because, like I said, we're going to break down everything. This is the first card that I bring up that is new, so we'll go ahead and talk about it. So you can only use each of her effects once per turn. So that means even if you have like 3 of these out, you can only still use 1 of them per turn. But anyways, it's got a really insane effect. So you'll see over here that I just drew 3 cards for free. When I activated her effect, it's once per turn I can detach 1 material from this card to send the top 3 cards from my deck to the graveyard, and if there are any Lightsworn cards sent, draw 1 card from each. So this is a Lightsworn card, so I milled Judgment of the Lightsworn, Aaron Lightsworn Monk, and Raiden, and I'm able to add the 3 cards from my deck to my hand. That's absolutely amazing right there, and I think that that's really unfair. Some of the cards don't work properly. You'll notice you're like, Asian Eyes, why don't I get the effect of Judgment of the Lightsworn? The cards don't work properly if they're, I want to say a cost, but I'm not actually positive if it's just a bug or what's going on. But I know if you mill it with Raiden, this card does not actually apply correctly. It only works during the end phase if I'm sending cards, that this card's getting its effect. Again, I'm not sure if it's wording or they just haven't added it in yet. There are a few bugs apparently in this application as of right now. It is kind of something new, so you know, obviously later they will patch things out. But he's gonna go ahead and bust out the Explosive Dragonite, Ignister of Prominence. Can you say that 10 times fast? That name is absolutely crazy. But yeah, he brings this out, and this card gets really annoying. It's kind of like a card that you can't play slow against. You have to be very aggressive against this deck. But it's kind of cool that you can just once per turn, like, you just get rid of something. Almost reminds me of like I don't know, Insectors. But Insectors do have much more explosive stuff that they can do. It's kind of annoying because once this card hits the field, it's very difficult to deal with. That you can just once per turn target face up pendulum monster, and you get to target 1 card on the field and bounce it back. And obviously with pendulums you have free access to everything. So at this point, I thought we were losing. Everyone's like, GG man, because I basically milled out my stuff, and I have this card, which can technically be a dead card in here. But anyways, I go to my turn, I have Monster Incarnation, and I go ahead and add Judgment Dragon. And this card over here, if you draw it, it's not like the end of the world, because it does have a little bit of utility. So its trap effect is that you just place this card on top of your deck. But the actual effect that you want is if this card is sent from the deck to the graveyard by a Lightsworn monster, you can add 1 Judgment Dragon from your deck to your hand. And I wish it said deck or graveyard. That would make this card so much better. But unfortunately, it is only from your deck. It might have been too good. I feel like Eclipse Wyvern can almost do the same thing. And Eclipse Wyvern can be milled with like Solar Recharge and Charge of Light Brigade. Whereas this card, it has to be a Lightsworn monster. And it can't be, well, at the moment, it can't be from like Raiden. It has to be during the end phase of the Lightsworn actually sending cards. So right here, like I said, there's a pro play, because like I knew how many cards I played in my deck, and you can see that there's one Monera here, and there's one Maiden over here. So that's 2 Maidens. I know that there's one more Maiden in my deck, because we just made this deck real fast. I wanted to test it out, and I wanted to see if Monera would trigger the other cards. There's a lot of stuff that wasn't working properly here. But anyways, so look at this triple police too. But the reason why I put this card back to my deck, because I had to do it, otherwise I would have lost. And the reason why I did that is because I knew that there was Monera. I have a 5 and 6, I have, well, I guess it's basically 5 and 6 chances of milling the card, so my chance to milling that card was really high. So if Judgment Dragon sends 4 cards, and Monera sends an additional card from being sent, that would be 5 cards, and then I obviously I need to draw during my draw phase. So I summon Geralt, I go ahead and lay the smackdown on him right there, and then I go ahead and Judgment Dragon's effect activates, and then Monera's effect activates. And so if I didn't top deck that card, guys, I would have milled 1 more card, and I would have just straight up lost right there. So that was my little quote-unquote pro play. I thought it was really cool. Everyone got excited about that in the stream. They're like, wow, Asian Eye's too strong. And then we go ahead and actually attack for game over here. And here's another duel real quick, just for the Lightsworn, because it's really fast. We decided to mess around with Chicken Race. This card is really fun just to mess around with. I don't think it would be good in Lightsworn, but I just wanted to try to mess around with it because it's a really fun card. And it opens up a lot of just random stuff. So Chicken Race makes it so during, well, whoever turn it is, you get to use the card. And you could draw a card, you can destroy the card, your opponent gains 1,000 life points. I really like just the random interaction it has, because the player with less life points than their opponent doesn't take any damage, and that's all damage. So that opens up a lot of random stuff that we might be able to abuse. Maybe there might be some cards where both players take some damage, but like the player with less doesn't take any damage. That's really cool. And I was really lucky that I had the Honest. Anyways, he finally busts out in the deck the Odd Eyes. This is like an Odd Eyes Turbo deck apparently. It's some new support, but I make that card again. This card is just, it's crazy. Like, we just draw so many cards off of it, and we summon Dragon, blow board over here. Because any Pendulum deck, you can blow up the board. I always think it's good, just to do that, and then go for the Lumina Gyarados play. It's a really strong play in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! It was like an old school, just like, if you open it with the first turn, it was just such a huge advantage when charge was at 3. Like, you almost did it every single time, and then with like heroics, it's really awesome. But anyways, that's the new Lightsworn stuff. I know some of you guys probably want a deck profile, but I can't really recommend that trap card at the moment. I'll show you guys the deck profile, might as well, because I know a lot of you guys want to test it out. So I don't know if this will be like a really good competitive version of Lightsworn. Basically, we're just testing out stuff. One thing I want to mention, what the heck, why is the, hold on. Alright, it looks like the cards were like overlapping or something. But anyways, here's the deck profile if you guys want to just try out something fun. I don't really know if these are necessary in the deck. I do like this card just because it prevents you from getting OTK'd, and it lets you just have a level 4 monster that you can just summon another monster with. You notice, I think I took out Lila because I was like, no, screw Lila. It's just, if I'm going to summon and pop one, I would rather just go straight up for this card, because this card is absolutely amazing. But I think that Honest is still a great card just because if you summon, like, you can summon Lumina pass. I don't really like that Lumina isn't a level 4. Like, that's the main problem that I have with her. At one point, I was just thinking about dropping her, because if you make this other card over here, it's just such a huge advantage that I was thinking about playing Thrashers in it too. And all I wanted to do was basically just spam this card as quickly as possible, because it's so incredibly amazing that you get to mill 3, draw 1 card for each Lightsworn, then when it's destroyed, you get to send 3 more, and then you get to draw, you get to destroy cards equal to the amount of Lightsworn cards sent. And if this other card worked, that Lightsworn card, because it is technically a Lightsworn card, I can't even type, man. Alright, so the new card that we were showing off is called Judgment of the Lightsworn. But I don't know if I can recommend this. Like I said, first off, it doesn't work correctly off of Raiden. I don't know if Raiden is supposed to trigger it. If someone could let me know if that's how it should work, then I could recommend it. If it works, it triggers off of like Monera or like Celeste. Celestia probably wouldn't trigger this as well. as far as in this game right now, but it is from a Lightsworn monster, so I don't understand why Raiden's effect wouldn't trigger it. I'm talking about the effect that you're activating, not during the end phase. This only has the effect to add the Judgment Dragon if it is during the end phase. So that, like I said, that's the problem that I had with the card. But let me know, guys, if you would play this card or not, because personally for me, if it works off Raiden, I wouldn't mind it. But if it doesn't, then I don't know if I really like it, because it is a slow card, and drawing it is, like I said, it's not too bad because you can still use it. But because it's not like a quick play, it does take some time. And Lightsworn isn't a deck that has too much time, because this deck generally will have no back row cards. And if you have no back row cards, and I wasn't playing Gores or anything like that, because I felt like I just want to turbo this card. Like I said, it's just, it all comes down to just throwing out this card, and then like you just get so much free advantage. Like you saw that I just drew 3 cards off of it, and the other duel I think we drew like 2 cards. It's just amazing, and this is technically a Lightsworn card. There might be some other utility offers just because it is a Lightsworn card. I don't know if they're giving it more support. Because there is more chaos stuff coming out in the game. So Lightsworns, I mean, it's been a deck that a lot of people have also put Dark Sense, and they call it like Twilight Lightsworn. So it might get more support in the future as well. So yeah, like I said, it's like a early deck profile I was kind of messing around with. And I do hate drawing the Fleece and Wolves, but it just opens up so much potential because of this card. So you guys can mix and match stuff, but a lot of you guys asked for the profile, so I'll give it to you guys right now and mess around with it. Like I said, the Lumina Garoth play is just too good not to have, but I could see you taking it out completely because this card, it's just all you really need to pull off. Maybe not 3 of these guys, though. I think I was trying 3 of these guys in the beginning, and then I decided I'll just throw in one of these because this card can be good, and this card can search it out too, which is really nice. But it all comes down to this card just being so amazing that other support I don't even think is necessary. I think the deck could be super good. Like if this happens to be an OCG exclusive, we're fine because this is all we need, and any deck can make this. Also, another thing that's important: keep Nightmare Shark in your deck because this card can help out. There was one duel where it really helped out, and I made a game because of this card. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Asian Eyes signing out.